Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this video. So before we get into it, I just want to say, if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. Help me reach my goal of 5,000 subscribers, trying to get there by the end of the year. So hopefully you all can help me with that goal. But this video is going to be combat class rankings, everybody's favorite type of video. So shout outs to the Grand Cross database for giving us this information. Obviously they had a little help with gamewith.jp for compiling the data, so thank you both. But yeah, so this is gonna be combat class and where units rank, so we can see who has the highest CC in the game, like just naturally, right? With no with no, I don't think costumes. Yeah, so it says no costumes or equipment are going to be added to this, but it is level 90. You are obviously Super Awakened tier 5 and Ultimate level 1. So Bond, obviously Bond has the highest CC in the game, right? That's pretty much like, okay, yeah, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But he doesn't really have that much, like, he's not really like, has a huge gap between Valenti. I mean, it is a 200, about 200 something plus CC difference, but he's the anniversary unit, so that's that's pretty obvious. Now we move down to the second unit, which is Mark II Valenti. So Mark II Valenti previously had the highest CC in the game before Bond release, being at 30k. 30k, obviously 70, right? So 3,000 or 30,070, right? 30,070. Escanor being 10 away from being tied with Valenti. 30,060. That's pretty crazy, right? That's actually pretty crazy. So then the fourth unit is Assault Melee. Now this actually surprises me a little bit that Assault Melee is the fourth unit. He was the third, right? So it actually surprises me just a little bit that he's that high. I guess it shouldn't, right? Because he did release after Merlin, but Merlin is below Zeldris. So it's like, okay, so Zeldris has higher CC than Merlin, but you know what though? I think that's actually because Zeldris has the highest attack in the game. He actually has the highest attack in the game, being at 7,000, right? So he actually does have that advantage. So I think that's why he might tower over Merlin, to be completely honest with you. I think that's the only reason why. I mean, he does have higher defense though, right? But Merlin has higher HP, and her, well, I guess he does have higher attack and defense, so I guess that could be a good reason too. But it's not a huge gap either, right? It's literally not a huge gap at all. So Zeldris being the fifth unit actually is really, really good. So you can run him on the back or something, you know what I mean? You can't run him on front, because my man's Bond, you can't run him in the front. But yeah, so that's pretty decent. Merlin being, sixth really is pretty good. That's just a testament to Merlin too, how strong she is, because really, I honestly thought, where's she at? I honestly thought Goddess Elizabeth was going to be higher. I really genuinely thought Goddess Elizabeth was going to be higher. I thought she might have been where Elaine is, but the fact that Christmas freaking Elaine has higher CC than King, she has higher CC than my boy Festival King by 4 points. She literally beats him by 4 points. I think that's really, really crazy, man. I still can't believe she's that high. She's the 7th highest ranking unit in the game. So, I mean, she sucks ass. Like, she's terrible. She's a god-awful unit, right? But her CC is really, really high. So on the off chance that you fight a person who has her, for some ungod known reason, has her 6 out of 6. I guess they could 6 out of 6 her on the seasonal banner, right? That's out on JP. So if you fight against an Elaine who has an HP and defense set, all costumes freaking upgraded, has 6 out of 6, she's gonna literally out CC King. How? I can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. But yeah, she will out CC King, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, there you go, right? But no one, obviously the chance of that happening is like borderline none. So yeah, Elaine, I guess congrats. But my boy Festival King is up there too, right? He is one of the highest ranking CC units in the game. And people will bash to this day on Festival King, but honestly, if they just, like, listen, if they decided they were going to bring out, let's say, a Holy War Festival unit who had Bleed, Poison, Shock, and was very, very powerful, or Corrosion, right, who was very, very powerful, you could literally run them alongside this King, and that would be a problem because of King's ultimate, which is Abyss, right? So people like to bash on my boy King, but I feel like if they really wanted to, they could make him strong again. Like, he isn't weak by any means. It's just people don't run Green Hendrickson for good reason. Or it's just, well, first off, you really can't anymore because Bond, right? You guys already know my boy Bond is the best unit in the game. But yeah, you really can't run green units like that until there's like a countermeasure to Bond, like an actual like legit countermeasure to him. But yeah, like he isn't bad. He really isn't that bad. So Festival King, very, very good to this day. I still think he is really strong, very strong. We move down Tarmeo. So Tarmeo is very high as well. He actually is above Chandler, which I don't know how I feel about that because I don't know. I wish Chandler just had a little bit more high CC just so he was above Tarmeo. I know that might be like, but Chandler's already good already. Why does he need to be above Tarmeo? It's principle. It's principle, guys. Come on. He's really good. I feel like he should just be above Tarmeo. I feel like it. But Tarmeo does have very good defense. Very, very good defense. This is defense. Yeah, so very good defense. 6,000. I think, honestly, Tarmeo has the highest defense in the game. I don't think anyone's ever going to beat. Yeah. 6,646. It's not even close. It's not even close. The second highest defense, like the second highest unit with the defense stat is Valenti, right? So she's right under Tarmeo, and she's literally like the gap is literally above 1,000 defense. So until they make another tank-like unit, Tarmeo's just gonna like he's different. Like, he's literally different. So yeah, my boy Tarmeo, it is 6,000. I get it. He has terrible attack though, like just god awful attack and HP for when he released. I guess it's all right, but looking at all these other units, even Christmas Elaine has more HP than my boy Tarmeo, right? So I mean, damn. That's just like damn, right? But my boy Chandler is above Elizabeth, so that's pretty good. Elizabeth being very low ranked, not like the lowest, but she's pretty like you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought she would have above 30k CC, but the fact that she only has 29k, 466, isn't really all that, to be honest with you. But sure, that's fine, right? The reason why Chandler probably has low CC is because his defense isn't like that great. 4,648, really not that great, but I mean it is pretty damn high. Comparing it to the festival units, it is still pretty good. Because Meliotis has 4,722, Zeldris has 4,619, and Merlin has 4,428. So Chandler being at 4,600 isn't like bad by any means. It's just like the fact that he has like not this much defense. If he had Tarmeo's defense, oh my god, it wouldn't even like his. He would be so good. Like he would literally be so good. But yeah, so. Guys, Elizabeth, she's whatever. Sario. So my boy Sario is low on the ranking. Unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? Sario is, I don't want to say he's aging, but he's kind of aging. There's no other way to put it. He is kind of aging in terms of PvP because of the fact that there's just all these strong units now, right? You have Chandler, which is a blue unit, has full counter. So even if Sario does put the hurt on my boy Chandler, if he full counters with a rank 2 or 3, Sario's gonna die. Like, it's just no answer for buts about it. Sario will die. Then he can also nullify Sario's extra effects on his skills. You got these units that stun. Then you got, Merlin, who can do pretty good damage. You got Zeldris. Well, Zeldris doesn't really do much, but you got Assault Melee, which, again, he's not like the craziest against Sario, but he can still do pretty good damage. Valenti, you got the one Escanor, Bond. So, I mean, Sario just kind of falling off. This is what surprised me the most. Easton. Red Easton. That's what surprised me the most, that she's this high up, though. She's even above Derriere, which I think is actually pretty insane. I feel like for Derriere, they should have gave her more defense. I legit feel like they should have gave her more defense, because if you look at Tarmeo, he has freaking 6,646. Why would they give her less than 5,000? Red Easton has more defense than Derriere. I mean, I get it. She, you know, increases her defense-related stats, but I feel like 5,300 would have been good, because then she would have been above Easton, right? She would have been, literally been above Easton in terms of defense. She would have been above Goddess Elizabeth, too. I don't know. I feel like they should have just did that, because if we look at the defense stat for these units, I mean, Valenti has 5,885, right? So the fact that they gave a defensive unit less than 5,000, keep in mind, we're gonna see where she's at, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Jesus Christ, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. She's literally, bruh. I don't know, man. I feel like they should, if they ever buff Derrieres, I feel like defense should be one of the main stats they buff, because that's ridiculous. That's literally ridiculous that they did that. And she's a recent unit too. It's not like she's a year old or anything like that. She's literally recent. So yeah, but I mean, they did good with her HP though. I'm not gonna lie, they did really good with her HP. 81k, very, very good. Has more HP than Goddess Elizabeth and Sariel. Keep in mind, she also has more HP than Tarmeo, so I guess that's kind of evens it out. More HP than Zeldris and Merlin and Meliotis and Escanor. So I mean, they did good with her HP. So I guess I can't really like bash too much on her. But the come on now. And then Meliotis, my boy, Lost Vein Melly. Damn, I don't know what to say. He's fallen off. He has less than 30k. You know, CC. I mean, it's a given though. He was the first festival unit to be released. His attack still is decent by you know, by normal means. 6,678. It's really decent, right? If we look at the defense stat of, you know, who has, you know, highest attack, Zeldris obviously, you know, 7,000 has the highest. But then we get to Lost Vein again. Like I said, 6,600, about average. Yeah, about average. But the fact that Liz has more, it kind of hurts. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of hurts. But I mean, again, average like attack, only beating Elizabeth by 2 points. Oh, man, I don't know. I feel like they could have made Rem have less attack too. So I don't know. But out of all the festival units, I feel like my boy Lost Vein is just falling off so much. No one really uses Lost Vein. A big Sag, big rip to my boy Lost Vein, but it is what it is, right? He had his time and now he's done. So I guess I'll wrap up this video. I mean, I just really wanted to go over, you know, the rankings of the units. And you can literally look at this yourself if you just go to Grand Cross database. But, I mean, it does surprise me definitely where some of these units stand, like Green Gother. That one is very surprising. I would have assumed he would have over 28k CC. Does surprise me a little bit, not going to lie. But I mean, the fact that he has less CC than my girl Matrona is okay. Right, sure, right? I mean, I feel like they could have gave him 29k CC. I feel like they could have, but sure, right, sure. But yeah, the fact that he has less CC than Matrona though, that hurts. That does hurt. I'm not gonna lie, it does leave a bad taste in my mouth even saying that. But it could be worse, right? It could be worse. It could, you know, you just be where is he at? I know he's somewhere down here. Fraudrin. It could be worse. He could be Fraudrin. Fraudrin absolutely is terrible. And he is a CC unit too. But the fact that he has lower CC than Jenna, Jenna, it's like, bruh, they do need to buff the stats of some of these characters. That much I will say. But yeah, I'm going to end this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this little CC ranking of the units. I know I had fun just looking at their stats and whatever. Maybe I'll do another unit going over the highest attack of the, you know, of the units in the game. But yeah, with that said, guys, you guys already know, as always, I will see you all next time.